Hey, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots, Season 8, Episode 12, Black Panther. All right now. All right now. That's right. That's what we're talking about. It's a lot to talk about this episode, but let's start off first with a shout out to everybody in my comment section. Shout out to y'all who've been holding me down. Oh, who is it? I haven't read off the names in a long time. I do this again. Savannah River Amore, House of Sir James, Isaiah Hill, Marlene Ramsey, Chris Smith, Melrose One, Vicky Young, Carol Fosner, Miss Trish from South Jersey, Shanice says, Lamont Simpson, Gail Miles, Danielle Urich, Bobby Ray, Cynthia Judkins, Jay Goodwin, and Karen Wilson to round off the bottom. And Ty Harrell. I hope you guys enjoy this recap because it was, okay, let me say, I kind of liked the episode, but I kind of didn't like the episode. I felt like it was slow. Y'all let me know. But before we do that, if you haven't subscribed for my channel, please subscribe right now. Hit that little subscribe button. It says subscribe. All you do have to click on it. And if you want to know every time Barbie J uploads a new video, then you can hit the little notification bell right next to it. So let's do that right now. Click, 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 click. There you go. It was that simple. Now let's jump into this episode. So the episode starts off with Jeffrey and Madison. That's how it ended. And he's asking Jeffrey how did his visit go. I guess he was supposed to go visit Wyatt, but he ended up at the morgue, and he's saying how he ran into Tanner and what's his name, Justin's mother, and he's telling him that he's HIV positive. But that whole scene with I don't know, that acting that does something to me. But that whole scene with Jeffrey going, well, I don't know if you want to hear it and all of that. I was like, okay, spill it out, spit it out, Jeffrey. So anyway, so Jeffrey tells him that that Justin's brother said that he was HIV positive, and he tells him, he said, well, has he ever mentioned that to you before? No, he hasn't told me that. And then he's saying how you should have been taking protection. You know what he was doing to people in the back seats of the cars and stuff. And he was like, but we use condoms, He would just Madison is telling him we use condoms, and Jeffrey said, yeah, but those are not 100%. Shit, it's better than nothing. But then Madison said, well, I use other things. Hello. And he told him about the meds that he takes to make sure he don't get it. So it ain't like he even trusted Jeffrey, because he was protecting himself, and Jeffrey was just going willy-nilly, hitting everything that in sight. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, that whole scene is like, Jeffrey's like, you're so calm, why are you not worried? He's like, because I take protection, I know what I'm doing. And he said, like a lot of people say, knowledge is power, and I got the knowledge, I'll teach you about it, and we'll be okay. So that was that scene. Then it switches over to Candace and Benny, which I always get tired of their scenes. What Benny don't think? You trying to mess with this nice girl and hook her up and talk to her, going looking like you did when y'all looked for their house. Don't even want to put on a suit, being cheap. You got $1 million and you don't want to pay over $100 for a decent suit. One decent suit? Come on, Benny. And Candace got a cheap trying to tell him, and he's in the cheap hotels and all that stuff. And then for him to do all of that and say he just want to smash. You want to find a nice lady and just smash with her? Come on, Benny. Why he got to be like that? Why? I don't know why TP made him like that, but I wish he had more respect for women, because that comes with a matter of respect. When you just want to meet somebody at his age, he looks like he's in his late 20s. All you still want to do is meet people and have sex and stuff. You got money and that's all you... I don't know. Anyway, then what is it? Mitch comes in, and Mitch is like, telling him the same thing Candace was saying, basically about the way you look, the way you dressed and all this stuff. And, get a suit. This person, everybody knows somebody that'll hook them up with a suit. That's so funny. And then he goes, I'll take you out, Candace. You ain't taking my sister nowhere. Right, that's your boy. He's him alone. Why can't he take him? He can protect him more than you can, Benny. I'm just saying, that's how I feel. I could be wrong. Yeah, let me know how you feel about it. But anyway, so, oh wait, let me not forget the part where soon as Benny leaves, Candace turns around asking Mitch to zip her down. Girl, just put your arms up and do it how you used to do it. She got him to, he said, oh, like old times. She said, don't start. Don't start. You see all them white teeth. Don't start now. And he's like old times. I'm telling you, something about to go down. I don't know what's going to go down, but Benny gonna find out. I have a feeling about them being together back in the days. I don't know if he gonna catch them in bed, and why he bent on being in that dump motel and Candace following along with him. I do not understand, because she never used to follow along with him before. So anyway, now what's going next? Then so here they are showing Benny getting this suit, and it looks good on him and everything. And he finds out it's $1,800, and he was like, something for, he didn't want to spend over $100 for it. So $1,800, that was a lot. She's saying they only do Italian suits and all this stuff. And they doing all this back and forth, and he's flirting with her. But then he gets a little raunchy. You know what I'm gonna get for that? I'm gonna be getting a ham sandwich and this and that and all this stuff. Sex may come with it. She said, no. I mean, obviously she must be a lucky girl or something like that. She's saying, because you spending all this money to get on a suit. She must be somebody special. I just met her, but now you flirting with, and now you flirt with the saleswoman. And you're talking to her like, if I don't get none off this suit, like he gonna come for her and stuff. And I was like, Benny, really? Let's all be real. Wasn't that insulting? And she's like, just because I'm this, it doesn't mean you get to talk. I am not a hooker. I don't know. Just because you spending $1,200 on the suit, I mean $1,800. And then after that, he was gonna take it, and she goes, I'll give you a deal. I give it to you 30% off and all. I said, what? Then he happened to know, and then they show them walk off, and she does this little, like, she's cute walk off the stage. Next thing you know, commercial, it come back on, and he's up there taking pictures of himself, sending it to Mitch, and he hangs up from that, and he notices that there's suits on the rack to $600. And he's telling her, the lady comes back, he said, you done upsell me, what's up with that, and all this stuff. All of a sudden, she's back there. He's back there, and here she's, come on, bring your money over here. Now she's acting too flirty. To me, it's too flirty. You're a salesperson. You didn't want to be treated like a hooker or whore or whatever. Now you're starting to act like one, instead of staying professional. You know what I mean? And Tyler Perry got her sashaying off again, like they gonna pay for it again. I was like, what is going on with these retakes? I don't know. Something's all messed up. But anyway, let's go back to, I don't know, with these scenes with Benny just kind of upset me, because the way he talks and the way he acts sometimes, it's just like, I know one thing about saving money, but you need to get a couple of nice outfits to go out and do certain things, weddings, events, you know what I mean? So anyway, so the next thing they showing Madison and Jeffrey, and he tells Jeffrey that Jeffrey's waiting all nervous and stuff, and he letting them know, you're negative. Oh God. But that ain't good enough for Jeffrey. Jeffrey wants to know, why did he lie? Why didn't he tell me? Why didn't he tell me he lied to me? Who lied to you? Why would he say that Tanner? Why would Tanner say that? He's like, maybe he crazy like his brother, but I just need to know. Like, maybe you could go in the morgue. His body's in the morgue and find out and test it. He's like, dude, I could lose my job behind that. What is wrong with you? I could lose my job. I know, but... Did he say, I know, but? I'm just like, who says that? I know, but. So Jeffrey's like so upset. And Madison decides to look on his chart. He said, I could get in trouble for this, so I can't tell you the result. He was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because Jeffrey's acted so like, it's not good enough that you don't have it. You need to know if Justin really had it. And so he said, I can tell from his chart if, what drugs he was taking if he had it. Okay, all right. So what? He said he didn't lie to you. Okay, what does that mean? I don't understand. I'm like, Jeffrey, goddamn, don't you have degrees or something? Come on now. What did your parents send you to school for if you don't understand? I understood. A 12-year-old would understood that what he's saying. If he didn't tell you, then he didn't lie. And it took 2 minutes of that scene, 2 minutes too many, to let us know that. I'm just, and then what happened? What happened after that? Then he said, okay, then okay, that's good. Then why did Tanner lie to me? And that's when he's telling him, don't trust him. He said he gave him something. He had something for me. I gave him my address and all this stuff. He said he might be crazy just like the rest of his family. You better not trust that. He said, don't you have that big dude security over there walking around? Did that security guard look that big? He don't even look like he that big or anything. So that's why I was like that big, trying to hide and stuff. I said, there ain't no way in the world he trying to hide. He's supposed to let you see that he's there, back and forth, walking back and forth. Anyway, and then they showed the scene with the what is it? With Candace and Mitch. Candace is in it. She comes out of the bathroom because she's in there all that time. She's in there so long that Mitch is hungry. He talks to his to what's his name? Benny on the phone. He's talking to Benny on the phone, seeing the suit, and he's telling Candace about the suit and stuff because she's like, was that Benny? But if she was in there so long, why she still ain't changed her clothes yet? And then she comes back out. Mitch don't have one. He done had time to take off all his damn clothes and lay it on her bed. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Mitch, he's like letting her know he love her still. You know I love you and stuff. She's like, no, what are you doing? You know, she's like, you know, those days are gone. You know, it was nice. It was flattering. Thank you, but you know, we can't do this. What if Benny comes back? Benny ain't coming back. No, he could walk in here anytime. And those, like she's saying, those days are gone. We can't do that. You know, no. But she's probably saying that because she knows she's probably pregnant. And that's probably why she's supposed to be in the bathroom all that time, I guess. I'm going to assume that's what it is. You know, but what was the purpose of them having him unzip her? What did she have on? What did she have on if she still got on the same clothes and they about to go out to eat? So that scene didn't make sense. Unzip me. And even all us women know, most of the bodysuits, they have the snap on the bottom. They ain't no unzip. If that was a bodysuit, there's a snap on the bottom to go to the bathroom. You ain't got to pull that whole thing down. But I don't know. Maybe some designer made it like that again. But then Mitch calls her over and says, you know, sit down, I want to talk. And he lets him know that if Mr. Cryer runs deep with his grandmother and stuff, and how she don't like people talking about the family business, but if Cryer starts talking to the family and find out what he did, you know, then she said they'll come after Benny, you know, and they could come after Benny, you know. So he did warn her and let her know, so that letting us know that something about to go down, that something might happen with Benny. And we gonna see that scene. I'm still waiting for that scene when he goes out and eat with what's her name? Rihanna? Is that the girl that he's supposed to be going to eat with and stuff? So, but they had the little heart to heart in the bedroom, and you know, talking, and she said, "Thank you. You know, I love you too. And this was nice. This was cute. And you know, she doing all of that." And she said, and he said, now hurry up and get dressed so we could go. He said, but you can't stop a brother. You can't be mad at me for trying. You know, you're a beautiful woman and I love you and I always love you and I'll always be there for you. You know, he let her know, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. But it would have been nice to get some for old time's sake. You know, he said just watching her go into that bathroom looking beautiful, and she ain't had on nothing but some jeans and a little, you know, bodysuit. So anyway, they got Jeffrey and Madison in bed. And Jeffrey watching him sleep like he's so in love with him. You know how you watch your significant other sleep and breathe and touch him and rub. Let me stop. Anyway, so he gets the call from Tanner, and Tanner is just like, can you come? Instead of me coming there, can you meet me? And Jeffrey's like, meet me? Well, what do you have? Oh, I don't feel like going into the box and looking at it. I feel like I'm invading your privacy. He said, I give you permission to open the box. No, let me just give it to you and stuff. Well, he said, how am I give it to you if you don't even know what it is? Well, it was my brother's last dying wish and stuff. How you know it was your brother's last dying wish? You didn't know your brother was going to kill himself, did you? If it was your brother's last dying wish, how does he have it written in a will somewhere? Give this to Jeffrey. And Jeffrey's like, what? And he's all curiosity that got him. He's nosy, want to know why. It's just like, Jeffrey, if it doesn't sound good, like it sounds something don't sound right, and it don't sound right to Madison, something's up. Something's up. You know the family's crazy. Come on now. And he's not thinking, because I know Justin has told him about his family before and said, my brother's going to kill me. They're going to kill me. He always said that to Jeffrey, even that time when he showed up at Madison's apartment. Jeffrey, don't do this. You know, my brother's this. They're going to beat me up. And he told him before. And how come all of a sudden Jeffrey don't have recollection of this? You know? So what was it? It was something else he said. Oh, the memorial service is the next day. Already? He's like, already? It's just, even Justin's like, already? And Jeffrey tried to hang up from him and said, okay, when is it? Where is it? And he hangs up and he tried to be quiet. And Justin, I knew, not Justin, Madison heard everything that was going on. And so he finally reluctantly told Madison everything that was said. It felt reluctant almost, but something ain't right. And he's letting that curiosity get to him where he wants to find out what it is. Anyway, Madison gets a call and he has to go into work. He was about to go home, but now he got to go into work because some other member or some other team members out partying is what she's doing. He said because she partying, talking about she's sick, and then a dumbass posted on Facebook. There's a lot of y'all do like them people that did the insurrection at the at the Capitol. They was all showing it off, putting it on Facebook. I was there. It's like, don't do that. If you gonna lie and say you off because you on vacation, stay on vacation. Don't post them pictures while you're there. Okay? Did you peep how that line that Madison said, all his M's, Madison said to Jeffrey before he left his house? Like if he had a job, he wouldn't be laying around all the time or something like that, or maybe he'd have something to keep him busy, whatever that comment was. I was like, oh, okay. I wish I had some rich parents to take care of me. Jeffrey got a little sting on him. And that's true. He was working with his parents at that so-called facility that God only knows what happened. Is that the one that Hannah called up and said, we gonna close it down, all your loans on their places? Anyway, but I was like, what was that little dig he did? I said, oh, okay. But then he gets to the hospital. Madison gets there and Nurse Trudy is like, it was that big chunky chick, and she's telling him and warning him about Wyatt. He ended up going into Wyatt's room, and I thought Madison knew about Wyatt, because didn't he know when Wyatt kept getting hurt before, Jeffrey kept going in there all the time to see him? Or was it just Justin he kept seeing? Because both of them kept being in the damn hospital. You know, they both was always in the hospital. But I'm like, Madison, doesn't he know Wyatt? Because I think Wyatt was jealous of him. Well, that was Justin too. Isn't that interesting? They remind me of each other for some reason. Anyway, so he goes in and he runs the same game on him that he ran on Nurse Trudy. You know, talking about he got to pee. You unlock me. I need some meds. You know, all the drugs he needs and stuff. And Madison is like, whatever, dude. I can't. I won't. Bye. And he leaves, and he's out there. Him and Nurse Trudy are talking, and she talking about messing with this doctor there and all this stuff. And I thought he was on my team, so they doing their little gossiping stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't know what the purpose of that scene was, but let's move it right along. And then they show Benny showing up at the restaurant with a new suit, and she's saying how he looks nice. You know, Rihanna's telling him he looks nice. And she had to remind him it's not a date. You know, let's hang out, let's do this. And he's like, nah. She said, look, we got papers to sign. He said, okay. So they signed the papers. And then they do end up going, they play this whole cat and mouse thing. She let him know, I'm not sleeping with you, I'm not drinking with you, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And he was like, I'm not doing that with you, and I'm not dating you either. She said she's not interested. She said something about him she said something about you says bad news. I said, oh, okay. Did you see that? Yeah, I was like, wow. She read him like nothing. And before the date was over, oops, it's not a date. And then he had to say that. He ended up saying that at the wrong impromptu time. Okay? So, they ordering dinner. He signs the papers. They're ordering their meals. He got to be ghetto yelling, don't forget the steak sauce. Make it 2 steak sauce. I'm like, damn, is that a steakhouse? And then they showed the sign it was a steakhouse, because I was like, stop being ghetto. Because I thought he was ordering fish at first. But then he said, no pink inside. Well done. And he's like, 2 steaks. Oh, I should have known that's what he was ordering when he said no pink inside. So she's laughing and stuff, and she's like, "Why are you talking to me?" He was like, "Why? We had business to take care of." And all she's like, "I don't know about that." You know what it's like? She said, "How about if we just?" And I'm sorry because I skipped because this was before they ordered food. She said, "How about if we just leave here, forget all of that, and go home to my house and have sex?" And he was like, he spit out his water, whatever he was drinking. He was like, "Oh shoot now." And she said, "That's what you want, right?" He's like, "Nah, nah, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna let you just take advantage of my body and all this stuff." You know, he trying to play the game now, but we all know that's all he wanted to do is smash. Ain't that what he said? And mind you, he told Candace that she might be the one, that she's good looking, she might be the one. But then he told, who was it that he told he just want to smash? He said that to Candace later. Now, when they were looking at the house, before they looked at the house and he first met her, he was saying like she might be the one. And then after that, he told me he just want to smash with her. Come on, Tyler, yeah, you got to get this right. Because you can't tell us one thing and then that next scene he's doing something else. That's confusing, and it's not good for us because we're all going crazy now. And then what happened? There was something happened. They finished the meal and they're talking and everything. And she said, "Look, I told you," because he wanted, after you have a good meal, you want to go hang out and dance and do something else. I got to get up early in the morning. I got to do this. I got to do that. Okay, cool. "I told you I was in a toxic relationship." Sandy comes right in. "You talking about me? Toxic? You talking about me?" He must got a tracker on her. How did he find her? He has to have a tracker, or he happened to be in the neighborhood and saw her car or something. I don't know what else. And then he told me she killed my son. How you know it was a boy? You ain't go to no doctor's appointments with her. I'm sure she didn't even tell you. Maybe she did, but people, it's like 1 month old, it's a boy and a girl. No, it could have been your daughter. But you're abusive. You're abusive towards her. And I have no strength for abusive people. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and I have no energy for that. And although I'm glad I wanted Benny to do what he did, I didn't want him to do what he did because of whom the Malones were. And he pulls up and don't care that he knows Benny. And Benny goes, "Yo, dude, look, we on a date." And she's like, "No, we're not." And see, that's what made it bad. That's what made it bad. And he said, "Oh, we're not. That's right. We're not on a date." No, we weren't. But that was in your head. You told the lady when you bought the suit it was a date. It was not. It was business. And she told you from the beginning. And you said that, and it made her look bad. And that's when they got that title, Black Panther, because Sandy looked at him and said, "What are you, the Black Panther or something? You gonna save the day?" And he's like, "Don't be listening to this blacks, though. I don't care what the blacks have to say." I said, "Oh my God," he's starting that racist thing. And I think that's what got to Benny, calling him the blacks. He's like, "Dude, I know your brother." He said brother. I thought Mitch and him were cousins. I didn't realize they were brothers. Weren't they? Wasn't Sandy and Mitch supposed to be cousins and not brothers? Because uncle, I thought Vinny was Mitch's uncle. And I thought Sandy was Mitch's son. I thought that was his son. So maybe I got this wrong. I don't know. Somebody help me down in the comment section, okay? But I just was like, okay, what's about to go down? Because when he grabbed him, any decent man ain't gonna want to see that. And then did y'all notice the people in the restaurant? Nobody was really looking except for the black people behind them. Because black people, we like, okay, we up out of here. They was looking. White people usually pull out their cameras and want to get closer. But they all seem to just keep on going. Or was it that they all know it's a Malone? Let's just act like they not there. Maybe that's what it was. We gonna act like they not there. But he picks up that little bottle and hit him over the head. That little bottle shouldn't have did nothing. I ain't never seen nobody crack a little bottle over head. If it was a big wine bottle, I would have understood that one. Bam! But hey, and next thing you see for next week, they fighting. But she kept telling him, "Just walk away. You're making it worse. Just leave. Just leave." No, I'm not going to let it go down like this. Because a decent man wouldn't let it go down like that, dude. They would be calling people in or something like that. Let's get, can we get the police? But even the police ain't messing with the Malones. And he's trying to tell them, "I know the family. I don't give a damn who you know. Black, Anyway, that's what happened with this season. Y'all let me know if I missed anything. I mean, this episode, y'all let me know if I missed anything. What's down in the comment section. But y'all did see the scenes for next week. Some of the scenes, them fighting, and Benny, Sandy told Mitch, you got 20 minutes. You know, he gonna call Vinny and stuff. You know, they gonna jump people. They're bullies, basically, it seemed like. And Mitch is like, oh man, he done messed up now, and Benny is mad at himself, but he was defending her honor. But to defend the honor of somebody you just want to smash, that's how I know it wasn't just he just wanted to smash her. Then they show Wyatt somehow got Madison in a headlock. How the hell did Madison's supposed to be so buffed and work out and strong and everything. How you let Wyatt, who's chained to the thing, I would have let him let me pass out. I would have let him choke me till I passed out, because he wouldn't have gotten that key to get up out of there. And then they show another scene that he got him on the floor. How did you let him out? That just not making no sense whatsoever. Madison should have never put himself in that position. So I'm kind of confused on that part. But that's the scenes for next week. You know, you see Veronica and stuff, and I went Jim and blah 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 blah. So this your girl Barbie J saying peace.